In this video, I'm going to show you how to tie a Ben's Bell centerpiece. These are the ornaments that go out into the community and are hung for people to find so that they can remember to spread intentional kindness. We do not sell these. They're only for people to find. We do offer a smaller version called the Mini Bell that we do sell in our store. It's assembled in the same way, so we'll go over that in the second half of this video. First, you just want to get your materials together. We need a 20-inch cord, a 12-inch cord, your centerpiece, a flat bead, 2 larger beads here, and one of our large bells. The first step is to take the longer cord, the 20-inch, and to insert the end into the front of your centerpiece. You'll always know the front of our ornaments or centerpieces by the stamp. So you'll drag that through to the back side, and you'll want to tie 2 knots fairly tight so that we make sure that everything stays together. Next, we'll take our flat top bead and also go through the front of that. You take the end and make a small knot, just so that it stays on and doesn't fall off. At this point, you'll fold that top part in half, and you'll want to position it so this bead here is just above your centerpiece here. And you will pinch it here at the center and take both ends to make a knot to create the loop for us to place the Ben's Bell tag and to hang it. You can see it falls just above that, so it won't hit it. Next, you'll take your shorter length of 12, and you'll also go through the front here, following the same technique as when you tied to the top, of making 2 small knots, getting them as tight as possible to connect them to your centerpiece. Now, for the bottom half of this piece, you'll want to visually kind of divide this string into thirds. At this point on the first third, you'll want to make a small knot. This will help to hold the other 2 beads in place in the center. Take your beads. We like to use different colors from the centerpiece, making it as colorful as possible, and place those into the center there. Now, you'll make another small knot at the bottom of the second bead in order to keep them centered once it's hanging. At this point, we'll take our large bell, give it a ring, make sure that it makes some noise, and tie 1 small knot at the bottom. At this point, we have our finished centerpiece. So with the Mini Bell, it's the same basic concept here, except we will use some different lengths of cord and some different beads. So we start with a 15-inch cord and a 9.5 cord for the bottom. We use one of our small flat washer beads and 1 small bead for the bottom, as well as a smaller bell. You'll take your 15-inch, you'll go from front to back, always taking note of that stamp on the front, and tie 2 knots to connect the top cord to your ornament. We'll also decide which side we like, enter through the front of that small washer bead, tie a small knot here, bring it back down, and as we did with our other centerpiece here, we'll fold it until it's centered, or till it's right above that, pinch at the center, and tie a small knot to create that loop. Try and get it as centered as possible. Now we'll take our 9.5-inch, going in through the front again, following that same technique of making 2 tight knots to hold it all together. And as always, if you get a little too long on your little tail end there, we can always trim that up when we're finished. Same thing goes for this. You'll kind of divide this into 3, making a small knot at the first third. Feeding your bead onto the cord, making a knot at the bottom to hold it into place. And ring our bell. 1 quick knot at the bottom here to secure the bell to the ornament. And there is the completed mini bell.